All right, Rebecca, welcome. Rebecca is a recruiter at PeopleLink Staffing. She's kind enough to join us today here for a GR Spotlight. Rebecca, welcome.
Thank you.
Beautiful. So again, great to have you. Just start off, tell us a little bit about yourself and how you ended up at PeopleLink.
Sure. So I just celebrated my 5 years at the end of last month.
Congratulations.
I kind of happily stumbled onto PeopleLink, just applying for jobs, came in as an admin, um, loved the business, quickly learned that recruiting was where I wanted to be. And I was like, hey, what do I have to do to get into that? I need to be in that action. And so quickly moved into a recruiting role and haven't looked back. Um, PeopleLink has been great. They serve all kind of industries across the United States, partnering with businesses to help with their strategic staffing. Goals are success. So our success is their success, and I've really loved that.
Awesome, beautiful. I mean, so yeah, you said you kind of stumbled upon it. Were you working in a different field prior to recruiting that?
So I had done a lot of kind of administrative work and was just kind of testing the waters,
Yeah.
out of school and just trying to find what was a good fit for me. So I was open to
Yeah, no,
the.
we've done a couple other recruiter spotlights, and everyone seems to have a different story. One recruiter was in baseball. One recruiter said she was driving by and liked the logo on the sign and ended up being a perfect fit when she contacted them. So I always like to hear where people got their start and where they came from. So yeah, so moving on past that. So you've been there about 5 years now. Again, congrats on that. Just kind of, what do you love about the recruiting industry and being a recruiter?
Yeah, so I think at the core of it, I really enjoy the exciting and how impactful the job is.
Sure.
I mean, you're impacting someone's life at the end of the day, getting them a position not only is helping with, back end things, but if it's a position that they truly love and they grow with, like nothing excites me more to hear somebody call me 5 years ago, like, hey, remember when you put me at that job? Like I'm still there and now I'm the supervisor and I love it. Like something that someone grows into and really loves
Yeah.
is such a good feeling, and it's just exciting. There's a little bit of competition. You're head to head with somebody filling those orders and want to be on top, and there's always a new recruiting tool to learn, so you've got so much opportunity to stay busy. I'm about that. It's so exciting, and just
Sure.
the impact you can make for a company as well as an employee. It's what I love about it.
Beautiful. No, sounds like you could sense a little bit of passion there for sure.
Just a little bit of passion.
So switching gears a little bit, obviously we're in an interesting time just based in just the world in general. As a recruiter, just kind of what challenges have you faced? Have you made any adjustments? Has PeopleLink made any adjustments? What does that look like?
Yeah, so 2020 has had its fair share of challenges. um, the pandemic, let's be honest, not one single person has navigated through the hiring process with this. So there's a lot of challenges work related at home for our employees, for our customers. And, that itself is a challenge. The workforce has
Sure.
100% changed in the last 4 or 5 months. We are doing all kinds of new things. Zoom meetings have become a part of our normal life, interviewing on Zoom, phone calls, drive-through job fairs. I mean, anything.
That's a new one.
Yeah, and they've been really successful. It's been great. I mean, whatever we can do to help alleviate that and make everybody comfortable. I mean, I never thought that Zoom calls would be a part of my daily life. I love it. It's great. And, drive through job fairs and handing things through windows. So it has been a challenge, and every day it's different, and we're learning and kind of re-navigating through these waters.
Beautiful. And so were you guys remote at some point then? Or are you back in the office now? Or?
Yeah, we were remote for a couple of months, and I learned I'm definitely not a remote where I need to be in the action. I'm like, wow, I'm such an extrovert when I thought I might have been an introvert. So
Go.
so happy to come back. It was a slow start. We were back in, but not like completely open. And that's where we came up with all these new things to get around things to keep everybody safe and comfortable. But yeah, so some remote working, very happy to be back in the office and feeling a little more normal.
Right, it's just a whole, different atmosphere being back, surrounded by, coworkers and friends, and just, feeding off each other, whatever it may be, and just, whatever you're saying, hello, or exchanging tips on how to be more successful as a recruiter. So,
Absolutely.
but yeah, so again, obviously, you guys have been on with PeopleLink. So you've been there 5 years. So you've been on for essentially the duration of our of the relationship that Great Recruiters has with PeopleLink. Um, really curious as to, how it has helped you as a recruiter. If there's any tools or features that, again, yeah, have helped you or that are stand out or favorites of yours.
So I think the whole platform has been a great experience to see kind of the other side of your experience. You might be thinking you're A plus on everything and giving them everything they need, and having that time for the candidate to step away and kind of reflect on it outside of just like you can ask somebody in person, like how was this experience? Like that's awkward. But now they have this kind of platform that they can, from their home or in private, give us the feedback that we need to be better, or just say, hey, great job. I think the best results that we get from it are when someone's like, it was a great experience, maybe a little more responsive, because you can think you are over information somebody and they want more information. So I really enjoyed being able to kind of look at it from an outside perspective and see like where you can be better or tweak it to really get that candidate experience what they're needing.
Exactly.
And maybe the transparency of it too. It kind of opens the veil of what's going on both sides.
Right. And I'm looking at the PeopleLink leaderboard right now. You sit atop the leaderboard with a 488 rating. So congratulations on that. But yeah, again, we hear, that same kind of feedback from other people that we've had these spotlights with. And again, that transparency and being able to use some of the tools to connect with those candidates in, again, like in the changing times, whether it's on Zoom or you're able to gather this feedback through the platform, has been helpful. Did you find it additionally helpful when you were remote at all, or did you see any different impacts from that standpoint?
For sure. I think that it's a different experience when you're remote, they're remote. It was just a different time, and I think it took a little bit of a learning curve, and it was helpful to get that feedback to make sure we're still, even though we're not face to face and can't handshake, we're still giving them that experience, that they're still getting those same feelings remotely, both sitting at home. So I think that was important, and it was really helpful to reflect on each of those experiences.
Absolutely. Do you ever use any of the social share tools to share out some of the positive testimonials you're getting?
Yeah, absolutely. Everybody in the office, we tried to share them out on Facebook, put them on our LinkedIn. I think it's a great tool to say, hey, look what we were able to, help somebody else out. Like, let's help you too. And I think we've gotten a lot of good response on that. The referral side of it too has been amazing.
Okay.
And a candidate can give the referral. I think that's been great. Maybe somebody who is hesitant to come to an agency for whatever reason that they might, when their friend is just, hey, like, I had a great experience, you should try it too. We have been really successful on getting those referrals placed as well.
Yeah, and you mentioned, some people might be hesitant to come to an agency, and we've heard that, again, the referral piece helps with that, but also, you said sharing out those reviews, someone could click on that, read about you and other recruiters at PeopleLink, and maybe feel more comfortable than, reaching out and working with a recruiter. So, again,
Yeah, absolutely.
lowering those barriers of entry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. And again, I don't have too many more questions for you today. Is there anything else you'd like to share about, again, your experience as a recruiter, PeopleLink, how Great Recruiters has come into the company, anything along those lines?
I think it's been great. I think it was very well received. Everybody, I think if you're a recruiter, you might be a little bit competitive. So I think it started a really fun kind of internal competition, like who's going to be on top. Like we try to do little like weekly competitions, like who's going to get the #1 spot. And I think it's only benefit everyone. Our candidates are getting great experiences. We're getting great feedback, and I think kind of lit a good fire to give a little friendly competition. And it's been really fun, and we've really enjoyed it.
No, I like that. So one more question kind of came to mind when you said that. So it sounds like there's like a level of almost of gamification for you guys there. Are there Are there prizes or contests you guys are running then?
Yes, so we are $10 Starbucks gift card to whoever beats me out of my #1 spot.
Okay, there you go. I want to say I am not a coffee drinker, but for a coffee drinker, that is
Yeah,
a piece of plastic gold right there.
it is.
Beautiful. Well, Rebecca, I'll let you get back to your day. I appreciate you taking the time out to jump on the Great Recruiter Spotlight with us. Enjoy working with you and the rest of the PeopleLink recruiters. So again, thanks very much for your time, and enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you as well.
You have a great one.
Bye-bye.
Bye.